it's time to talk about YouTube channel growth. Now, to begin with, the channel growth was super slow, but over time I've learned things that have sped this up. So in this video, I want to talk about 5 things that I've learned which are now helping me to get almost 1,000 subscribers per month, which is just insane. If you are one of those new subscribers, then hey, thank you, and I appreciate you. And I'm not saying I've got the magic touch here, since otherwise I'd be at like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but this is what I found to work for me while starting out my channel with little to zero knowledge of YouTube and video marketing and SEO and just all that stuff. So here are 5 things I've learned. The first 2 of them are tools, and the last 3 of them are like the processes to go through. Number 1 is subtitles, or in other words, captions for your videos. If you caption your videos, you are giving Google a huge amount of information about that video and what that video contains. Now, yes, Google does an automated job at guessing what you've said, but most of the time it's not that accurate, it's pretty wrong, and Google doesn't really value its own automated captions. Now, captions also help your audience if they are maybe deaf or they speak loose English, and probably the biggest audience of all, those people sitting on the toilet with the sound off, not wanting their boss, colleagues or significant other to know what they're actually doing, but that's just weird. But having captions will keep viewers' attention, increase your watch time, which in turn then leads to better audience retention, which in turn then leads to faster growth on YouTube. Using Rev.com, you can pay around, I think it's $1 per minute to have audio turned into text. For YouTube, Rev actually hooks directly in with your YouTube channel. You simply log in, tell it which video you want captions on, and then less than 24 hours later they get added by Rev. The great thing here, Rev actually uses real people, not some awful AI robot thing that can't get it right, who I believe are actually all based in like the US or Canada. If you do want to check it out, then click on the link in the video description below, and if you do sign up, they'll email you a $10 voucher off your next order of captions or transcriptions. Now, this is only valid, I think, until the 3rd of December, unfortunately, as they've decided to stop offering this deal and affiliate kind of thing. But even without this voucher, I'd highly recommend checking it out, as Rev have been simply incredible for me over the years. Number 2, another firm favourite of mine, another tool, which is TubeBuddy. Now, this also is a must-have, even if you just go and install the free version. But using TubeBuddy, you can get access to a whole host of features that you just don't get within the standard YouTube Studio section. On their Pro tier, you get a whole load of keyword research tools which you can use to plan your videos, see which topics should perform well and have the right niche in terms of like little competition but high search volumes. And you can also easily add tags to your videos as well as see how your tags rank. Now, when you look at their star and legend licenses, you unlock a huge range of really useful tools, which in my opinion, their split testing tool alone is worth it. Using this tool, you can A/B test different thumbnails across your videos, and it will automatically test and then report back on their performance. All you need to do now is continue to split test to constantly improve the click-through rates of your videos, which again, the more people clicking on your videos, combined with the captions in the first point, all lead to better growth. TubeBuddy also has a huge amount of other tools and tools that will analyze your videos to tell you which perform best, say thumbnails with a big face, small face, text, maybe no face. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy.
Bulk update tools to update descriptions or tags or thumbnails or cards. There is just so many tools within this. Now, if you do sign up, use the link below, and specifically right now, if you're watching this video right now on Black Friday, then you're kind of in luck, because if you use the link below in the video description, then you can get 25% off any license and a whopping 40% off any license if you pay for it annually. That's massive. Black Friday runs from today, the 27th of November, through to Monday, the 30th of November. So be sure to jump on that, as it probably won't happen again until, well, next Black Friday, I guess. Even with the Black Friday aside, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers and you look at their Pro plan, you can still get 50% off of that, which makes it around the cost of like, what, 1 or 2 Starbucks each month. Number 3 is that thumbnails do really matter if you want anybody outside of, say, your friends or family or colleagues to watch the videos. I'm still not that great at them, but using tools like TubeBuddy to split test, I found that over time, having a really bright background with an image that stands out, separated from the background, and in most cases heavily saturated, will give you way more views than those without. Using something like Canva or Photoshop, which actually has a really handy new feature, which can cut out the figure from a photo, which you can then cut onto a bright background, add some text, and there you go. Now, I am still figuring out thumbnails, as you can probably tell, but successful channels I find tend to have a brand and a theme applied to each and every single one of their thumbnails. I'm still finding what that thing is for my videos, but if you can find something that works, stick to it and maybe add some variations. I've been playing with the idea of maybe different background colours for different topics, but by changing thumbnails, I've noticed significant increases on some of my older videos. So it just goes to show that a thumbnail can really help you if you just get them right. Number 4 is the title. If you have a really strong thumbnail, then you also need a really strong title. And once again, going back to TubeBuddy this time, you can use their keyword research tool to find out which titles should perform well. TubeBuddy will show you the search traffic for your chosen keywords and gives you an idea of where TubeBuddy sees your chances of making a video that ranks using those keywords. One thing to note here is that a 100 out of 100 score doesn't always mean that's the one to go for, because if you look at the competition, then you could see that you're competing against millions, maybe even billions of other videos that are already out there. You may actually be better off with a lower score, but with keywords that don't have as much competition. Kind of the difference between like shouting in a football stadium versus shouting in your living room. Use this tool, play with different combinations, and just see how you get on. Something I also do like to do here on some of my videos is include that keyworded title in my title, but have something right at the beginning that may like attract more clicks. So you're kind of both enticing people to click whilst also checking off those keyword like SEO checkboxes. And then number 5 is upload times. This is one of the biggest questions I see constantly asked. When should I post my new videos? And one of the best responses to this question is to look at the YouTube Studio, which actually tells you when most people watch your videos. All you do is make sure that you upload your video just before those times, and your video will be at the top of people's feeds when they log on. However, with that said, if you are, say, posting a video every Tuesday at 5 PM, then of course, most of your views will probably be Tuesday from 5 PM onwards. So I would still say to try and test things by posting at different times, and then maybe before you post each video, come back to this section in YouTube Studio to check. I have also heard a lot of people say that posting at regular times is great for YouTube to recognise, so try posting the same time each week or same days each week. For me personally, I did this for a year and a half, and I didn't see any real progress. I was literally posting one video every single Tuesday for a year and a half. I'm now just trying a new thing at the moment where I just post a video whenever it's ready, but within those times that the YouTube Studio app says are ideal. And by following this, well, hello, nearly 1,000 subs per month, so cool. Finally, a bonus couple of tips, SEO and links. People think that SEO is some mystery or dark wizard magic. You're a wizard, Harry. But it's really not. And to be honest, there isn't much to do for SEO on YouTube. Why? Well, because all you have are 4 things: the title, description, tags, and captions. Those are the only 4 places you can really do any form of SEO work on YouTube. For the title, we'll use the TubeBuddy tools. For the description, you just want to make sure that you are capturing other keywords and phrases that people might use when searching for your video. Now, don't make it look robotic and just spam all the keywords into those descriptions. Do you ever remember seeing those websites that were just kind of plain white, but actually they had white text with just a ton of keywords under it? Don't do that, it just won't work. But by naturally writing out a few phrases, you can then capture some extra keywords in there. Once you have these 2, then head over to the tags and again, use the TubeBuddy tool to add the relevant tags for your video. This is typically the wording you've used already in your title and description, and maybe any other relevant tags, perhaps common misspellings or related topics that people might be searching for as well. And lastly, the captions. Now there's not much SEO you can do here other than when you are recording your video and maybe if you script it, you can make sure that the content is relevant to those keywords and those tags. When you use a service like Rev.com to caption those videos, these captions will give YouTube all of that extra information, all of the extra content to help them understand what your video is about. Finally, and this one is particularly important if you are looking to generate revenue through affiliate marketing and such like that. I've personally never been one to track links, and recently I thought I would try and track my links as my channel grows, just so I can see what type of traffic I'm getting. So I signed up for Genius Link, which allows you to see all of the stats for who has clicked on your links. Surprisingly, that quite a lot of people are. Now the power of Genius Link comes when you do get into affiliate marketing like Amazon and B&H and Best Buy, Microsoft and just loads more, because Genius Link will notify you if your links are broken, and even if an Amazon link, say, is going somewhere which no longer has stock, they'll then send you an email notification. I was genuinely really surprised to see the amount of traffic I was generating on my links for such a small channel, and for what, it's like $5 a month? It was again just a no-brainer for me. And that just about does it, folks. These are the 5, or rather 7, things that I picked up over my time of starting and growing my own channel. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more handy tips to grow your business. Like the video if you did, hit the notification bell to be notified when future videos are posted, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye-bye.